You're standing in front of your engine bay, bottle of oil in hand. Maybe it's 0W-20, maybe it's 5W-30, maybe it's a completely different brand than what you usually run. You pour it in without a second thought. Now here's the question that starts arguments in every garage and every comment section. Does mixing engine oils actually destroy your engine? Will it quietly eat your bearings, slash engine life, and cause expensive damage that only shows up 100,000 miles later? Or is this one of those terrifying warnings that sounds scary but is mostly overhyped? The truth is way more interesting and way more practical than most people realize. Millions of drivers mix oils every single week, often by accident. Someone grabs the wrong jug at the store. A mechanic tops it off with whatever's handy. A road tripper in the middle of nowhere adds whatever the gas station has on the shelf. And most of the time, nothing dramatic happens. The engine keeps running smoothly, no smoke, no knocking, no warning lights. So what's really going on inside when different oils mix? To understand that, you first have to know why manufacturers are so picky about oil in the first place. When engineers design an engine, viscosity isn't chosen randomly. It's part of a precise balance between lubrication, fuel economy, emissions, and long-term durability. Take the modern engines that call for 0W-20, it's thin on purpose. Thinner oil flows easier, cuts internal friction, and delivers slightly better fuel mileage across millions of vehicles. That small gain helps carmakers meet strict government standards. Yet the exact same engine sold in another country might recommend 5W-30 instead. The hardware inside is almost identical. The difference comes down to local regulations, climate, and testing requirements. If those engines run safely on different viscosities around the world, what actually happens when you mix them in yours? Picture this common situation. You're on a long road trip, the oil level drops, and the only bottle available is 5W-30 when your manual calls for 0W-20. You add 1 quart. At cold startup, you probably won't notice anything. Modern synthetic oils still flow extremely well. Once the engine reaches operating temperature, the blend becomes a little thicker than pure 0W-20. That can actually give you a slightly stronger oil film under high heat and load, though it might reduce fuel economy just a touch. Oil pressure may rise slightly, flow characteristics change a bit. See the pattern? Everything shifts just a little. Engines aren't fragile glass sculptures, they're built with real-world tolerance ranges, and small variations usually stay safely inside those margins. That's exactly why accidental mixing rarely causes immediate damage. But there's more to the story. Today's engines are incredibly complex. They use variable valve timing, hydraulic lifters, timing chain tensioners, and sometimes even electronically controlled oil pumps. All of these systems expect oil to behave in a predictable way. When viscosity changes, pressure curves and flow rates change with it. The engine isn't in crisis, it's simply operating a little differently than the factory calibration. Oil itself is a sophisticated chemical formula, not just slippery liquid. Every bottle contains detergents that keep things clean, anti-wear additives that protect metal, friction modifiers, oxidation inhibitors, and viscosity stabilizers. Different brands use slightly different packages. When oils mix, those additives mix too. The result is usually still compatible because modern oils follow strict industry standards. You might see some dilution, but it rarely crosses into dangerous territory. Independent used oil analysis labs prove this every day. They test samples from real engines and measure where metals, iron from cylinder walls, aluminum from pistons, copper from bearings. When small amounts of different oils get mixed, the reports almost always show where metals staying in normal ranges and viscosity landing right between the two grades. Additives still do their job. That's why engines that reach extremely high mileage usually share one thing in common. Their owners stick to the same oil specification, change it on schedule, and keep levels consistent. That consistency creates even wear patterns over hundreds of thousands of miles. Random blending introduces small variations that aren't catastrophic but can influence long-term behavior. Now let's talk about the situation where mixing is actually the smart move. You're hundreds of miles from home on the highway when the low oil light comes on. You pull the dipstick and see the level is dangerously low. The only oil at the next exit isn't your exact spec. Pour it in right now. Running an engine low on oil can destroy bearings in minutes. Metal starts grinding directly against metal, heat skyrockets, and damage happens fast. Compared to starvation, a blended viscosity is completely trivial. Most manufacturers quietly admit in their service docs that topping off with a similar oil in an emergency is acceptable, because oil level always matters more than perfect viscosity match. Turbocharged engines deserve a closer look. Those turbos spin over 100,000 RPM and live in extreme heat. Their bearings rely on steady, clean oil flow. Repeated mixing over many changes can subtly alter how oil behaves through the turbo. It's rarely an immediate failure, but consistency becomes more important in high-stress setups. Then there's HTHS, high temperature, high shear viscosity. It measures how well oil holds its thickness under brutal heat and stress. A 0W-20 might sit around 2.6 to 2.8, while a 5W-30 is usually 3 or higher. A mix lands in the middle, often giving a bit more film strength under load. That can actually be helpful in some conditions.